tankers, welcome back to the channel. I am just here for a good time. Hopefully you are here for a good time as well. And today we're going to be going over the brand new 116 F3 Chinese heavy tank that is a collector vehicle. Is it worth getting? Is it not worth getting? Are there better tanks that play kind of the same role as it? I don't know. Maybe you know. But we're going to find out in this video today about this vehicle and what it's capable of with its statistics, with its armor profile, and some gameplay. So we have 2,695 HP. You do have sandbags, you do have reactive, so make sure you use those consumables wisely to boost your HP and to maximize how long you stay in the battle. You have 230 millimeters on the turret. The size of the turret is 136. Your hull is 196, which isn't bad. You going against those tier 9s that are stock, or some people who don't load that premium ammunition are most likely going to be struggling against you. You do have a decent amount of side armor of 94 millimeters. You can bounce quite a few tanks with that, but there are some weak spots that people can take advantage of to take out this vehicle. Concealment, it's a heavy tank. What can I say? People are going to spot you unless if you catch them off guard. Damage per minute, 2,460. It's not a bad DPM with 12 seconds pretty much. The average penetration, you have 283 on your armor piercing. Heat, you have 384 and 81 on the high explosive. Now those are with calibrated. I am enjoying this tank a lot more with calibrated than I am with the gun rammer. The average damage of 490, 410, and 630. That HE is nasty, and the 490 is quite nice. It's that nice balance of heavy damage, but not too heavy where you have to wait too long to reload. Your aim time, 4.1. Ooh, feels pretty bad. Dispersion is quite bad as well, but it does feel a lot more accurate than that. You have 6 degrees of gun depression, which allows you to work on a ridgeline, but not as well as I believe the 114 has maybe 8 degrees or 10 degrees of gun depression. The top speed and getting around, power to weight ratio, I feel like this thing does get around quite well for the size of the vehicle. Of course, it's going to be a bit more sluggish in the water and that softer terrain. But other than that, it gets around quite a bit, and it can get into some nice positions early on to let you be a bit more effective. We're going to be looking at the 116 F3 shooting itself, and yeah, that is a nasty profile to shoot at. Yes! Anyways, let's get at it. That right there is a weak spot. These little slits right here, weak spots. Weak spot, you can hit up here, but you're probably most likely going to ricochet, hitting that weird red spot in the middle. Don't aim around here. These are not weak spots. And that lower plate, make sure you're aiming directly in the middle. Otherwise, you're going to be bouncing there and there. When this vehicle is going to be playing hold down, that turret does become a lot harder to hit, but you still have these weak spots right there. But if you can't even hit that and you want to, load up the gold, and oh boy, you got a nice easy pen there. Farm out the wallet warrior, right? And even then, you can pen here, and it does open up the lower plate a lot more, so then you don't hit that lower plate. Now, this vehicle side scraping does have quite a lot of potential, being able to kind of just expose this, poke out, boom. Now, this is a weak spot now at this angle and a few other angles, but straight on like this, that is not. But take note, this also is not a weak spot there. But that little corner right there, take advantage if you're going to be facing this guy with your regular rounds. If you can't hit that accurately, wait to come and get him when he pulls backwards, and you can hit his cheeks a lot more effectively. HE against this bad boy itself, well, you're penning your own rear, so I would assume that with the amount of HE pen that you do have, I think it's 81 with calibrated, you're going to be going through. Calibrated with its normal rounds, you have a bit more pennable area there. It does help dealing with this bad boy and other heavy tanks that are a bit more annoying. Some of you will probably enjoy the 114 more than this vehicle. I feel like the 114 just has a better survival ratio than this vehicle will have, but it also depends on your playstyle and what you like. Alrighty, we're gonna be on Rockfield with the 116 F3, and we're gonna be going to Seaside, the side that you should probably be going to a bit more if you don't understand maps. It offers a lot more to do. I feel like if you go A, there's a lot more area to get flanked, and you don't really see them coming as easy as being on C. Now, comp is different. Comp, you have more coordinated teams, so it's easier to control AB or CB or play AC and have B denial. But we do get our first round of 417, another round of 472. But I want to get up and personal with some people with this tank, but also at the same time I don't. This tank does have a sluggish turn radius. We're going to look for a premium shot on this Yag. Kabooyah! 392, not bad. Allows us to get 1,281. And we do see an IS-4 fighting our 907. The 907 just came away from the IS-4 and led the IS-4 out in the open. I can hate him. Looking for those shots. There it is. Kabooyah, 450 into the IS-4. Bring us upwards to 2,000 damage. Not much real heavy gameplay, to be honest with you. 503, waiting for that hole to get more exposed. And the WT does finish him off. And look at that. VK is going to expose himself. I am going to drop the reactive, which doesn't last very long. I'm going to put another round into that bad boy. We're up to 3,134 damage. Looking for another shot here. We're gonna go after the Yag. We're gonna get punished for 912. They're being tracked. Definitely did not expect the 183 to be there. But we need to finish off a Yag, which is an important kill during this game. There are 3 tanks left. Some pretty dangerous vehicles, and I do try to connect a lower plate shot, but my timing was not very great. Nice finish on the 907, clearing up the BK, which does allow some freedom, but that 6F is still around, and that can be quite a nasty tank to deal with when hold down and played by a decent player. The 183 being on full HP is quite nasty. I'm expecting this other TD to come around this side. And there he is. Trying to bait him so my team will shoot him. And they miss. I think most of us are super low, and so it's kind of taking our time here. Trying to be careful. Trying to see where we can set up an ambush or a bait. Looks like he is just going straight for the WT. It's time we go up the hill. And he does shoot. And his reload seemed a lot faster. Way faster than what it should be there. But oh well. We allowed our minnow to come up and clear him, being bait, I guess. And well, we do secure 3,912 damage, 410 block, destroyed 1, damaged 4, and an ace tanker. Now, this isn't my only ace tanker. It's just one of the better games. This tank does struggle with that turn radius, and well, when you're in a lot of 1v1s with mediums at the end, it's not that enjoyable. Trying to get them in a position where you can just wait for them to poke in a bad spot. But sadly, this is my better ace, but whatever. You make a decent amount of credits, decent amount of experience, and definitely a nice job to the 907 getting that 5,005 kills and a nice amount of XP. And I did almost 4K. Not a bad game. Definitely enjoyed playing the tank, but we did what we could. Honestly, guys, is this tank truly worth getting? My honest opinion, I personally would rather play the 114 at tier 10 instead of the 116. The 114 just has that whack to it with its alpha, and it feels like it's a bit more reliable than this guy. Anyways, now that you have an idea of what to expect from this tank on the battlefield and what to do to take care of it, and a little bit about how to make this tank more effective on the battlefield. Anyways, guys, GG 07.